Liene and welcome back to my channel. Let's talk about, I'm gonna talk actually, but let's talk about the books I read in January. So in January I read 4 books. It wasn't the best reading month, but at least I didn't hate any of the books I read. That's a plus. So let's just go through all 4 books I read last month. The first one I finished was The Library at Montchar by Scott Hawkins. This one is a fantasy, adult fantasy, and let's say there is this library at which this dude, this man, like took in children and taught them different things. Like each kid got one kind of subject: math, language, war, battle, things, medicine, things like that. And we follow the main character, Carolyn. She is the one who taught languages, learned languages. And so yeah, the man that they call father is lost. They don't know what has happened, so they're trying to figure out what has happened to him. And while all that happens, you find out about those kids, how they grew up with that father. How he treated the kids, and you find out that why they got to that library, what happened. And yeah, at some point I didn't understand what's happening, but I enjoyed it. I can't say that I really understood what the book was wanted to say, and yeah, but I enjoyed the story and I enjoyed the journey from the beginning to the end. So yeah, if you like weird books, I would say this is definitely weird. There is quite a lot of violence, some disgusting things too, but yeah, I enjoyed it. It's weird that this picture, like this library, the top of it kind of looks like National Library here. I don't know if it was meant to do that. I don't know why I just noticed it. So yeah, first read of the month. The next book I read was The Israelite Lights by Chloe Gong. I read this one for Moods and Pages book club, and I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the Shanghai setting. I enjoyed learning about Shanghai history. Of course, not the fantastical things that's happening in this book are true, but the historical setting of the city was true, about the communists, about foreigners coming in and declaring some parts of the town theirs, where the people of Shanghai, Chinese people, couldn't even go in. And then did I said that it's set in 1920s, and it's Romeo and Juliet retelling. So it follows Roma and Juliet. Juliet is from Scarlet Gang and Roma is from White Flowers, and White Flowers are Russians. So they had a thing years ago, we know that, Roma and Juliet, and then something happened. Juliet was sent to America to study, and then it starts when she has come back. And then this plague kind of starts, where people are getting ill and just destroying their throats with their own hands, nails. Those parts were disgusting. But so yeah, the plague kind of is attacking the city, and Roma and Juliet joins forces behind their parents' backs, because they are from different gangs and they are enemies, to find out what's behind the plague, So yeah, I enjoyed the relationship between Juliet and her cousins. So yeah, I enjoyed it. I read it really slow because the language wasn't for me the easiest, the way it was written to read, but by the end I got used to it. So yeah, I enjoyed it, even though it took me a really long time to read. And yeah, it's a beautiful book. And I didn't read for like, I don't know how long, but yeah, I got in a reading slump. I can't say that I'm out of it, but I feel better because like in the last week of February I finished 2 books, and one of them was Mūžu noslēpums by Liene. This one is a Latvian author book, and I would say that it's an adult contemporary novel about this woman who has a secret. And you find out, of course, about that secret, but the ending of the book was so disappointing. It didn't resolve anything. It just left it hanging. And I wanted a resolution. Like, I needed it. I wanted it because of what that secret is. So she has a kid. She had 2 marriages that didn't work out, and it's about that. How she got the kid, how the relationships went. So yeah, it was interesting in the beginning, but the ending, it was just disappointing. And the last book I read was Now and Forever by Ray Bradbury. This one wasn't even on my January TBR. I just picked it up because I needed something easy in a way that it's in Latvian. It's not a long book. This one kind of looks long. It's like almost 300 pages, but the font is quite big. And yeah, so I picked this one up and I really enjoyed it. I like Bradbury's writing. I so far have read, I can't say how many works by him I have read, but I've enjoyed all of them. And in this one there are 2 stories. The one is somewhere the band is playing. I don't know, but I'm gonna link the Goodreads page for this book so you can check it out, the exact title of the stories. And the other one is Leviathan 99. The first one follows a writer, a journalist. He kind of has this vision of a poem in his head, and then the next day he kind of hops on a train and appears in this kind of far off town where these weird people live and weird things that are happening in the town. It's just a weird town, and he finds out what is up with it and why he actually got there. And the other story is about this crazy captain of a spaceship and his crew on a mission to get to this really big comet. I think it was a comet. I read it in Latvian, so of course I struggle knowing what the words are in English. But it's like the biggest one that was the cause of Captain's blindness. Like the comet, the thing made him blind. So he kind of wants to revenge. He wants to destroy it. And it's about that journey. I really liked it. It was a bit weird. Like the second story mentioned God a lot. And I don't know, it just took me out of the story a bit because of it. But in general, yeah, I enjoyed both stories. So yeah, that's it. Another weird and messy wrap up. But I read these 4 books, and January enjoyed I enjoyed all of them, but was a bit disappointed by one. So yeah. Please let me know, what did you read in January? Did you read some good books? Did any of the books were really disappointing or not? So yeah, just talk to me in the comments down below. Check the description box for the information. And yeah, there are links to my Twitter, Instagram, Goodreads. Check those out. Subscribe and like if you want. And yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I see you in the next one. Bye! Hello, my name is Liene and welcome back to my channel. Let's look at the books. What? Hello, my name is Liene. That's their journey. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the relationship between them. Between Juliet and her nieces. Not nieces. What am I talking about? between